we have been discussing the deliberate adjustment mechanism of the BOPs. In the last video, in the last class, we have already discussed the impact of fiscal policy as part of the expenditure changing policy on the BOPs disequilibrium. So, how does the fiscal policy is bringing back the equilibrium of the BOPs as part of the expenditure changing policy? Today we have a monetary policy as part of the expenditure changing policy itself on BOP's equilibrium and disequilibrium. Welcome to the video. So here in this video we are going to discuss how does monetary policy is operated to bring back the BOP's equilibrium. So how does the monetary authority of a country would uh, how does the monetary authority of a country operate the monetary policy through using the monetary policy instruments to bring back the BOP's equilibrium. Specifically, we are going to discuss what would happen to the BOP when there is no change in money supply. What would happen to the BOPs of a country when there is an increase in money supply, and finally, what would happen to the BOPs of a country when there is a decline in money supply. That means we are going to discuss about the impact of change in money supply through the monetary policy, both contractionary and expansionary, on the BOPs. So, the major difference between the impact of monetary policy on BOPs with fiscal policy is fiscal policy's impact on BOPs is conditional. That means it depends on the value of income multiplier, then marginal propensity to import and interest elasticity of capital flow. So, this is important in discussing the impact of fiscal policy on both current and capital account of the country, of the BOPs. But the impact of monetary policy on the BOPs of a country is rather certain compared to that of fiscal policy. That means any change in money supply is supposed to disturb the BOP's equilibrium. Shortly we are going to consider two opportunities or two chances of change in money supply. One is impact of increase in money supply and BOP's adjustment, and decline in money supply and its impact on BOP's adjustment. So, this change in money supply is not market driven, this is policy driven, or this is specifically this is driven by the monetary authority or the monetary policy. So, increase in money supply is part of the expansionary monetary policy or of reducing the rate of interest. Decline in money supply is the result of contractionary monetary policy of hiking the rate of interest. So, initially we are going to look at the increase in money supply and its impact on current account balance. So, whenever a nation is having current account surplus, the policy would be expansionary in nature. The monetary policy would be expansionary in nature. That means the expansionary monetary policy is a type of policy to increase the money supply by reducing the rate of interest. When rate of interest is reduced by the central bank, investment will happen, domestic investment will be boosted, will be enhanced. That means the income will be increased, import will be consequently increased after the increase in income. So, this whenever the imports exceed export, current account deficit will be the result, or current account surplus will be exhausted, will be diminished with the expansionary monetary policy. Similar result is expected on capital account balance of the country. So, whenever the nation is enjoying capital account surplus, the central bank of the country will come up with expansionary monetary policy of reducing the rate of interest. When the rate of interest is reduced, capital outflow will happen as the domestic investors will be keen to invest abroad. To bag higher rate of interest, abroad than the domestic economy. So capital account deficit will be the result, or capital account surplus will be exhausted with the expansionary monetary policy. So briefly, whenever there is BOP's surplus in a nation, in order to wipe out or exhaust the surplus, the monetary policy declared by the central bank would be expansionary in nature. So at the same time, whenever the nation is suffering from both current account and capital account deficit, the monetary policy would be contractionary in nature. That means the central bank of the country or monetary authority of the country will come up with will adopt contractionary monetary policy of hiking the rate of interest and minimizing the money supply in the economy. So whenever rate of interest is increased by the central bank, by the monetary authority of the country, the investment will be reduced. The domestic investment will come down. So the decline in investment leads to decline in income and decline in import. So this decline in import lead to decline in current account deficit, or sometimes leads to current account surplus. So current account balance will be possible. Current account deficit will be corrected with the contractionary monetary policy. Similarly, whenever the nation is suffering from capital account deficit, the policy adopted by the central bank should be contractionary in nature. Contractionary in nature means the rate of interest will be increased, will be hiked by the central bank to control the money supply. And whenever the rate of interest is increased, capital inflow will happen. That means the foreign investors will come into the domestic economy to take the benefit of higher rate of interest compared to the foreign economy, foreign market. So capital account deficit will be subsided, will be diminished, or sometimes capital account surplus is the result. That means the capital account capital account deficit will be exhausted when there is contractionary monetary policy. So that means whenever the nation is suffering from the BOP's deficit, more clearly current account deficit and capital account deficit, the monetary policy would be surely contractionary in nature. At the same time, whenever the nation is having BOP surplus or current account surplus and capital account surplus, the monetary policy adopted by the central bank or monetary authority would be expansionary in nature to wipe out the surplus. Then you might be thinking of, why don't the central bank of the country decrease the money supply through contractionary monetary policy for a persistent BOP surplus? Keeping a persistent BOP surplus is in fact not the aim of the government. Government need to maximize the income. Government need to ensure the economic growth. Government need to maximize the economic welfare. So mere keeping a surplus will not bring the welfare into the people. So welfare has to be maximized, income has to be maximized, employment has to be generated. So for that, normally expansionary policy is required for all of these matters. But having said that, a persistent surplus or deficit of BOPs is not desirable for the country. Normally a nation need to balance the BOPs account, both current and capital account,